No, that's a dude.
What did you do?
I no, I have a habit of punching walls recently. It's a did I tell you my malicious brew story?
Your malicious bruise?
Brew,
Oh,
BREW.
no, I don't think you did.
No, so this happened. This happened on Valentine's Day. Actually, I got this. I was reading this thing about this drink called chifir, which is like a Russian, like they drink it in the Russian gulags. Allegedly, I don't believe any of the people
Allegedly.
writing this on Reddit or whatever have been to a Russian gulag. Um,
I'd
but
like
no,
to see the historical evidence for people consuming whatever the fuck you're about to bring up in a Russian gulag. Like, I didn't know they were allowed to, like,
no.
consume.
It's what it is it's tea, right? But you make the tea last longer. And so what you do is you put a
Oh.
bunch of tea into you put like 5 tea bags into a cup of water and you boil it for a long time. And it allegedly is supposed to be stronger than normal tea and allegedly has psychoactive properties where it
So,
basically
wait. What kind of tea?
just like any tea. I the
Any tea. So you're telling me if I just, like, super infuse, if I, what is it, what it was,
no
if
no
I,
no
if
like black tea like breakfast tea.
yeah. So if I, like, what's it called when they make sweet tea? If I over dilute tea into boiling water, it will make me see things.
No. It's like it's specifically black tea because it has a high caffeine content and
Oh,
allegedly.
so you're just overdosing on caffeine
Well,
then.
allegedly, if you boil the I've been saying allegedly a lot. Allegedly, if you boil the caffeine for a long time, it breaks down into a different psychoactive compound. I don't believe that the people saying this on like whatever blog spot or whatever I found this know chemistry. But anyway, I saw it and I had a big tin of like I had a big tin of like the Yorkshire tea that was like a year and a half old and I had a new tin. I was using that and for some reason I just like I found the old tea and I was like, okay, I gotta use this up. And so I was like, I'll just use it all up and try this funny drink. So I took like
Huh.
a good talk.
Yeah. Well, keep going. Sorry, I'm reading about the molecular properties of caffeine under high temperatures.
It's so I just took like a stock pot and put it on the stove and I just like boiled I wrote this down because I couldn't find actual measurements besides like 5 bags of tea into however much water and
Uh-huh.
I had like a dozen a dozen tea bags left and I was like okay I'll just put them all in this thing but the thing about the Yorkshire
All of
tea
them?
yeah
Wait, is this Yorkshire Gold?
Yorkshire Gold
Okay, so
which
you used good tea.
I'm using good tea that has a higher caffeine content.
Uh-huh.
Um, but also the thing about the Yorkshire Gold is it's like dust. It's
Yeah.
not like real leaves. So
No.
I cut open these bags, right? And I dump like 11, 12 tea bags into this pot.
Holy shit.
And I it's just like dirt basically. And then I add
Yeah,
water and it's mud. And then I put it on a high heat and I'm just boiling mud basically. And the water keeps boiling off, so I keep having to add more and more water into it, and I put it on there for like an hour.
you're distilling tea at this point.
I couldn't find actual I couldn't find actual measurements for this, so I was just I was
So
just
you was the Reddit post basically just like use a shit ton of tea and boil the fuck out of it for a couple hours?
basically yeah. And
Okay.
I couldn't find actual
Okay.
measurements, so I was writing this down. I have it in my like binder of recipes. I was writing this down, and like like leave it for 15 minutes, add another 2 cups of water, whatever. And by the end of it, I had produced 20 fluid ounces of what I affectionately dub malicious brew. It smells like the reptile house at the zoo. It's like orange. I had to strain it. Also,
How the fuck did you make Yorkshire Gold tea orange?
I'll throw up a picture of it when I was dumping it out. But so I I had like 20 fluid ounces of malicious brew, and so I put most of it into my thermos, and then the rest of it into like a cup, which is like 5 fluid ounces, and I drank it. And so I drank it first, and then I tried to calculate how much caffeine was in there, and I think the number I wrote down was 800 milligrams of caffeine question mark.
Oh God, dude, you know the daily like max for an adult,
Yeah,
right?
I'm not supposed
More
to
than
have caffeine. It messes with my heart.
that's more than double, dude.
It's I
That's like 2.2 times the maximum daily. Like that's like 2 Celsius.
It was like 75 milligrams in a single cup of Yorkshire Gold, and I just multiplied that by 12 or whatever. But
That's insane.
But anyway, so I drink this, and I'm not having a great time because my skin feels like it's too tight for my body. But
Yeah, and your heart's probably about to pop.
but you know, I'm making it through, right? I'm living, I'm continuing to I'm thriving, you know. And I still have I drink like a mug of this stuff, right? Like I put it into a mug. Maybe it was more than it was like a little more than half of a mug, so it was like, you know, 5 fluid
Jesus.
ounces. And I still
Maybe
have
I do believe that they drank this in the Russian gulags. I think this is the only thing that would keep them going.
and I fully intended to pull an all-nighter and just like drink the rest of it because I was like, well, I guess I'm just kind of screwed now.
You're insane.
But I've never been able to successfully do an all-nighter because I would do
Really?
it. No, I mean I would go through the night and I'd be fine, and then I would hit like 11 a.m. the next day and I would just sleep, and I had no
Yeah.
choice. And I've been really jet lagged on the way to like conferences or stuff like that, and it's like, okay, I've had 3 hours of sleep and I wake up and I'm fine, and then like 6 hours later I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go find a quiet corner of this convention hall to sit down and take a nap in.
Yeah, I think I've only ever actually successfully pulled an all-nighter once, and I don't even remember like why or if I was with anybody else, but it was like 36 hours. Like it was I'd woken up like noon the previous day and then went to bed at like 6 the next day. And that was a mistake. I did that. Not a single moment of that was enjoyable.
Yeah, suboptimal.
Yeah. My buddy, one of my buddies over COVID actually, when like everything shut down and there was nothing to do for 6 months,
Yeah.
he he had already had like a pretty shitty sleep schedule. Like we're talking like waking up at 1 p.m. and going to bed at like 2 a.m. like just on the daily. But you know, when you have nothing to do, you just like progressively stay up later. And so that's what he did. He was just staying up later and waking up later. Until it got to the point where like he went full circle. He genuinely went full circle because he was like waking up at like 6 p.m., going to bed at like 7 a.m. And then it progressed to where he was just waking up at like 8 and going to bed at like 10.
So he just became nocturnal.
Yeah, well, no, like he went full circle. Like he was going to bed at like 10 p.m. and waking up at 8 a.m. Like
Oh,
he pushed it so far forward
oh,
over the
he
course of
just
6
looped
months
back around. Yeah.
that he actually just went full circle to a normal sleep schedule.
There's a condition where there's a condition where your body's natural clock thinks the day is like 25 hours long instead of 24 hours, and it means that
Oh,
you're always like an hour offset. There's a name for it. Let me see if I can find it.
that's fucked up. Is it called? I bet it's got something to do with circadian.
Yeah, it's your circadian
Cir-
rhythm is it's just
circadian
offset.
circadian isomorphism.
It all comes back to isomorphism. Welcome to the podcast, episode 13. Uh, Neo-Isomorphism, you know, the political ideology where well, I think you already know.
The political ideology where we discuss how hot is salsa. So today we're going to be talking about
What the fuck? Welcome back to the podcast, episode 13. Welcome back to the podcast, episode. Welcome back to the podcast, episode 13, lucky number 13. Today we're going to start with our famous segment that we always do, where we go over the Anti-Corruption Foundation's list of oligarchs, propagandists, and government officials in Russia accused of corruption. The famous bit that we do every episode. And just so that we're on the same page, and so we're completely clear, we are fully aligned with the interests of Russian capital. We are fully devoted to
100%
the
on board.
cause.
Yep.
This is all in good fun.
Yep.
And failing that, we are both strong swimmers and not suicidal.
We are both strong. I'm actually not that strong of a swimmer, if I'm going to be totally honest.
Okay, well, I went
probably...
to swim camp when I was 6 years old.
Oh, I think I did too, and I hated every second of it. I'm just not a big water guy. Like, if I drowned in an ocean, that would be very plausible.
I think for drowning in the ocean is plausible for most people.
Well, let's keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, today we're going to be talking about our favorite guy, the CEO of ICS Holding. His name is Shalub. His name's Alexei.
The
His name's Alexei.
Shalubkov goes at the end. If you
Well,
were westernizing it, because it's one of the.
oh, sorry,
names.
yeah, Alexei Anatolovich Shalubkov. There you go. He's got glasses. He's got no hair, and he's got a funny little beard. And so he's a pretty interesting guy. He's like CEOs, like most CEOs in the world. Selfish, which is a respectable trait for anybody that wants to get into finances.
You gotta have a CEO mindset. You gotta have that CEO
mindset. Let's see. I know nothing about this man, but we've got a lot of information about him pulled up, and we're gonna see how much we can figure out about him.
taadvisor.com/index.php.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm looking at.
I sent you
it's a
information.
PHP. What is it actually like a PHP? Oh my god, It is literally just index.php. Let's see what kind of like routing information we can pull from this. Hang on. Yeah. Where is it? Network.
Is
JS.
Firefox translating this automatically? This is a bad bit for an audio medium.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We're gonna. I bet we can find this guy's home address.
I don't know if there's a white pages equivalent for Russia, or if the rich are able to get out of it.
Probably they're able to get out of most things like taxes. So I think they would be able to get out of public information sharing, except for their flight registries. That's all public.
Yeah. And so our friend Alexei over here, born in 1979. Let's find, 22nd of April 1979. Oh, it's 3 weeks away from his birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Alexei.
Graduated from Moscow State Technical University, N.E. Bowman.
What the hell is ICS Holding? Let's see. It's a Russian company, previously Intelligent Computer Systems. Okay, so they do computer stuff. So this guy's a big IT buff.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they've even got like a chart showing how much money they make, and it's millions of rubies, and I think rubies are not worth anything.
Rubles.
Sorry, this is not Zelda. Even that's not rubies, it's rupees, which I think is the Indian currency as well.
The Indian one.
Oh, actually, they're very successful. Oh no, they're not. I was looking at the wrong bar in the
performance indicators. Revenue growth by 60% to 260 billion rubles.
Yeah, in 2023 they were holding over 165 billion. What is that in freedom? Units?
Let's find out. 3 zeros is 1,000,000. 3 zeros is 1,000. 2 rubles to USD.
Let's see. What is it, like $20?
$3 billion US dollars.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I do find it funny that's a factor of, like 80 billion. 80. Going from 260
yeah, not bad. So the company he owns is doing pretty good for themselves.
Good for him.
It looks like they do a lot of IT stuff. And one of my favorite parts of information technologies is how you can use it to handle other people's information semi-consensually.
I've always seen that for you.
Thank you. And so I think we should try to. We're gonna find out today how much data this guy owns. What does he know about you? Does he know more about us than we know about him?
How are you quantifying data? Like we gotta make a unit of data. Like what is one person's worth of data?
I think if we so everybody's got at least like one dirty secret, right? We'll call it like blackmailable data. Like if everybody has it, like we'll call it BMD. Like 1 unit of BMD is roughly one person. So how many units of BMD does this guy possess?
What if one person has many skeletons in their closet?
Well, this is an average. Some people have
Okay.
none. You know, some people are like sinless Steve, who threw the first stone.
Yeah.
um,
Average person has 8 blackmailable secrets as a statistical error. Blackmail Gorg, who lives in the cave and has over 10,000 blackmailable secrets, is an outlier and should not have been counted.
yeah, yeah. It's like the intelligence and correlation to testosterone chart where we treat the YouTuber Styropyro as an outlier.
I'm not
Because
familiar
he
with
is
any of these people.
he is an inverse relationship. Oh, so Styropyro is this basically he's just this YouTuber, great guy. He does a lot of really fun stuff with lasers. He hooked up a bunch of car batteries to each other and put stuff between the terminals and made lightning. And he has this condition where his body overproduces testosterone,
Hell
but
yeah.
it's not like in dangerous. Well, it's not like in dangerous amounts. Like he just can't grow facial hair because of it.
Mm.
But there is like statistically a negative correlation between testosterone and IQ. So like the more testosterone you have, generally the lower your IQ. But then there's this in every chart. There's this one dot in the very top right where somebody just has a fuck ton of testosterone and they have an IQ of like 165, and I think that's this guy.
That's very funny. Drake Anthony. Yeah, that sounds like a guy with high testosterone.
Yeah, no, he's a really cool dude. But back to Alexei.
Mm.
So these two are probably in a similar boat. This guy has a little bit of facial hair, so I imagine he has less testosterone than him. He has probably normal amounts, although he does own an IT company, so that's definitely going to take a hit to his expected testosterone.
What's your job in again?
Me, we don't need to talk about that. I think we can find a relational diagram between like how much of other people's data you have control over and how much of a man you are.
Which is, of course, a positive correlation, right?
Yeah. That's what we're writing. That's what the previous
my best
rankings
friend
of the other 12
Zuckerberg, my best friends Zuckerberg and Musk told me so.
Yeah. Yeah, the other our previous 12 rankings are which are available on my website.
Yeah.
Were based off of something similar. He's like the head of a lot of stuff, but I don't think he like founded. He created the company Yadro. And then
That's a
never mind.
ICS Holdings, I believe, is the parent company of Yadro. At
Yes.
this point.
Yeah, owners ICS Holdings, and he's the CEO of ICS Holdings. So I think he created Yadro and then went on to become the CEO of ICS Holdings, and then like absorbed his previous company into that state. Like much like Russia is attempting to do, rightfully so, might I add, with Eastern Europe. Yeah,
we got to play both sides, man. We got to play both sides.
Yeah, we are playing both sides.
Yeah. We're fully aligned with the interests of the Russian oligarchs.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, they've got let's see, what are they doing? They 2025. They purchased 25% of Russian software developer Mind Software. Well, soon everybody's gonna have royalty-free images of Alexei Anatolievich in their Tesla brain hardware. It's what that sounds like.
So the main thing that Mr. Alexei does is his company is a big part, and the reason why he's on the ACF list, his company is a big part of the Russian firewall that censors information into and out of Russia, the sovereign Russian internet, or RUNET. He produces hardware for filtering internet traffic into and out of the country, and he has been described as an architect of Russia's digital gulag.
Oh, perfect. Oh, dude, this guy's like a data gazelle. He is all
Gazelle,
the data.
like the savannah creature.
No, like the running shoes company.
What? What?
Yeah, this guy does this. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
What's
I love
Gazelle
firewalls.
Running shoes?
This guy.
Oh, I didn't know that this was a thing.
Did you think I was fucking with you? No.
No,
they're running shoes.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, no, okay, so far, Russian firewall, that seems pretty good. My opinion of him is definitely rising. He does look like a bit of a cuck, but most tech guys do.
Well, you got to be smart to be a tech guy, right? Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
and
he graduated from Moscow State Technical University, Bowman, which is number 1738th in the world. So, he's smart.
oh,
He's smart.
yeah, that for sure.
Yeah.
There's no information about here anywhere about where he his lineage or his parents, which leads me to believe they were either enemies of the state or he nepotism his way into everything.
I mean, not everyone can have, wealthy peasant farmers who are enemies of the state for parents.
Yeah, yeah, subtle callback to episode 9. Um, Moscow. What else did it do? Let's see. The Moscow Club Mutabor is managed by Art Center Limited Liability Corporation. According to Counterparty Verification Services, its general director is businessman Alexei Shelobikov.
Shelob.
Okay, so Shelob.
Shelob, the spider.
Okay, good relations there, Mr. Spider-Man.
In 2024, after a scandalous naked party, the club was
Ah,
closed, and later that year began work under the new name Arma,
wait,
like the video
so
game.
wait, like Arma the video? I was gonna say, where have I heard of Arma before? Because that's Arma. Is it like the American Research?
No, ARPA was the research projects. Arma is the video game.
Right. Oh, here we go. Arma Agency Service. Arma is the locally based shipping agency for ports of the Far East Russian Federation. So a cold water port.
Mm. Texas should secede from the Union. They have lots of warm water ports.
They do have lots of warm water ports. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, so that's cool. So I guess I'd like to know more about this scandalous naked party. Was it just like a
I'm
bunch
mad I
of
wasn't invited.
Me too, a little bit. I mean that was only 2 years ago.
Yeah. You would have been, what, like 15 at that time?
Fuck off. The club was closed after the naked party and just changed their name.
I'm curious what a naked party entails beyond the obvious.
Me too. Me too. I'm imagining like, do you think it's like a regular party, but they're just like all naked?
It's in scare quotes on this article, so
Maybe we can find more about this. I don't really want this to be my search history, but I will do it for the cause. So yeah, basically, it looks like it was just a bunch of really wealthy Russian people covering their scandalously naked bodies in jewelry and then walking around in a club.
I mean, isn't that the goal for like everyone?
It is for me.
Yeah.
So I guess that wasn't too great for Alexei's like public reputation. Although, in all honesty, I think it's only helping his ranking.
Yeah.
For us, I think he's doing a pretty good job.
We're into this.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I think like how do we know he's not doing more of these? He's like the Russian firewall guy. Nothing goes in and out of the Russian Federation without going through this guy's firewall first. So maybe Russia is the utopia on Earth that we've been trying to find this whole time, and it's just every weekend. It's naked parties.
If he filters this podcast out of Russia, there's a chance that he sees this. So Alexei, if you're watching this, hit us up. We're awesome guests, right?
Mm-hmm.
We bring so much to the party. You're gonna have to censor a lot.
Yeah, so I think we are. I think we're doing pretty good. I like his companies. There's definitely some interesting developmental history with those, especially the Naked Party. So good for him, Alexei.
No.
We'll never know how big his schlong is, but maybe he'll call us and let us know.
I hope he calls us.
Me too. ICS Holdings is just another holdings company, but it looks like he definitely got his foundings in tech. So, I think to sum up kind of what we found, Alexei Anatolievich is the current CEO of a holdings company known as ICS Holdings, which owns the tech company Yadro that he had a large part in creating. This tech company, as well as a combination of the other companies and him himself, runs the Russian firewall, which keeps all of the beautiful citizens of the Russian Federation safe from the evil internet outside of their perfect country. And he also got it jiggy with some Russian babes. And as you know, Russian women are always right. So clearly he did nothing wrong.
These are the core tenets of neo-isomorphism.
Yeah, and
as an ideology.
I think this guy's like a solid A tier.
I agree with you. I think that he's A for Alexei.
A for Alexei.
Again, if you want to find the full list, that's visible on our website under the Russia tab. Link in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of data privacy, if you want to protect your own privacy, you should take a look at today's sponsor, Mulvad VPN. Mulvad VPN is a privacy-focused VPN service that is concerned with buy it, okay? Just buy it. Don't buy NordVPN. If you buy NordVPN, I'm going to kill you.
We are not actually sponsored by Mulvad VPN.
I wish we were
although
sponsored.
If they would like to, they'd we're down. Anybody that's willing to give us money.
If any prospective businesses are interested in sponsoring this podcast, go to the corner of 8th and Broadway in Chicago, Illinois. There's a blue mailbox on the corner of the street. Leave a manila envelope full of $3,000 cash as well as the name of your product in that mailbox, and we will shout you out on our next episode.
Yep, that is our PO drop box.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, good placement of Alexei on that. I am gonna go piss.
Hell yeah.
Then we can move on to the next segment.
All right, so now we talk about whatever the hell.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to think of a good word to play here. And I think they're all bad.
So you're playing. Are you playing with anyone in this crossplay, or?
Yeah. And I have yet to win a game against them, which is just making me even more reluctant to keep playing because I'm bad at it.
If you don't win, it's not worth doing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, now that we're back, Warhammer. What is that?
Yeah, so we're welcome back. This is the part of the podcast where we go over welcome back. This is the
the cube, like momentarily.
the momentary flick
when you inhaled his. Oh, that's so peak.
Okay, so welcome back. This is the famous part of the podcast that we have every episode where one of us tries to pitch something to the other one. So on this episode, I'm going to be trying to sell my partner Cylinder here on Warhammer.
Yep, only thing I know about Warhammer is that it is a war game. People spend it's very like class restrictive because you need like a 6-figure income to afford the pieces and still eat.
Thankfully, we are both high net worth individuals, so this is not a problem to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Incredibly.
So let me give you some background on Warhammer as a setting, right?
It's like StarCraft, right? There's like bugs, people, and other stuff.
It's hilarious because StarCraft was originally a Warhammer licensed game that Games Workshop. So some terminology here. Games Workshop, right? This is the British company that makes Warhammer. I might refer to them as GW in the future. The setting of Warhammer is kind of interesting because hell is real, right? I mean,
hell is real, blood is full, hell is full, blood is fuel.
No. No,
that's Ultra Kill.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we know that hell is real, and you know, there's a guy who just drives past my apartment in a motorcycle.
You would really hate my one of my buddies. He owns a car, and like the only reason he owns like the car that he does is because it makes really loud noises. I think he's planning on like modding it over the summer to put a funny valve in there so it can like get up to like 130 decibels, which is roughly a jet engine.
there was an arms race at my high school to see who could make the least road legal vehicle the quickest. It was
That's awesome.
It was between two guys. One of them had a huge lifted Jeep, and he had tinted the windows to the point where I don't think he was legally allowed to drive that thing.
It takes a surprisingly small amount of tint to stop being street legal.
No, but like it was to the point where he shouldn't have been driving it regardless of what the law said. It was like...
Oh, like it was hard to see out of the windows?
Yeah, it was like polarized sunglasses looking from the wrong side. And he took off the muffler and added something else to make it louder. He was just trying to make it as loud as possible. And meanwhile, my other one of the other guys, who is a friend of a friend, he had a truck that had he routed the exhaust up through the hood so it went straight up in front of the driver's side on the hood. I don't know how he did this, but the exhaust came out of the hood, and he put this. I wish I had a picture still to show. It went.
I really don't think that's how that's supposed to work.
It's not. I don't know what he did to the internals of this, 1993 Ford F-150 to F-250 or whatever to get it to work this way. But it had a funnel on the outside of the exhaust to facing straight up, and when it rained he had to put a cover on top of it because otherwise the rainwater would get in there. And at one point he had routed it wrong, and so the exhaust was just getting piped into the cab, and he didn't notice for 20 minutes because he was the kind of individual where 20 minutes of breathing in truck exhaust did not noticeably impact him. To give you an idea of who we're working with here. So it was a very interesting experience watching that truck.
Yeah, no, we just had wealth.
Yeah.
Wealth kills innovation.
I mean, yeah.
So, Warhammer.
I think it's funnier if we don't talk about Warhammer at this point.
Yeah, we've lost it.
I think we lost it when we started talking about Russian oligarchs.
Okay.
I mean, all right.
I mean, I do have this jar of syrup crystals. It was a jar of syrup that a friend made for me a little while ago, and I ate all of the syrup, and now the what was left over at the bottom has crystallized, and I want to stick my finger in there and eat it, but I'm not sure if it's safe. So I think I'm going to anyways, and we'll find out in a couple hours.
What the hell?
Well, I mean, it's like in the olden days when you were living in the woods and you found a new spring of water after 6 days of drought, and you're like, well, I sure hope I can drink this. So you drink a little bit of it, and in 6 or 7 hours, if you're not puking your guts up, then the water's probably safe to drink.
I understand the principle. Are you in a syrup crystal drought right now?
But I don't have any other than the ones in here, so.
So you've been in a syrup crystal drought your whole life, is another way of looking at it.
Yeah, I just tried to use a spoon to get some of them off of the bottom, and it wasn't working, so I think I'm going to give up on that.
Yeah. Someone brought snacks yesterday, and they brought, lemon pound cake, and they had...
That seems like a lot more than a snack.
It was like the thing you can get at the grocery store where it's a plastic clamshell with 12 slices of lemon.
Oh, sure.
Cake in there, and they had a bunch of stuff. They had little things of cookies, and I was there. I got there a few hours late, and there was still a bunch of stuff there, and so I was like, I'm having an awful week, and I just took an entire case of lemon cake that I have sitting behind my monitor right now. That's
incredible.
It's calling to me like the Green Goblin mask. It's just wretched.
Given, take a bite.
All right, let's
get that ASMR pound cake eating.
Drop my. I don't believe in cups. I just have a thermos. All right.
I like cups. I'm a big cup believer.
All All right, let's just. Yeah, that's a dry grocery store lemon cake from Walmart.
That's awesome.
I'm a snacker. I shouldn't be. It's rough, you know. It's rough out there. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone...
I'm a big fan of snacks. I like to try to keep snacks at my desk, but snacks are expensive because you're sitting down and you're like hungry, and then you think to yourself, I should go like eat food that I have prepared or go cook food, and then you look at the bag of chips at your desk and think to yourself, it's 9 p.m. This is good enough, and then you end up like just not eating. It's bad. Snacking is it's great, but it's not great. So I've been trying to like reserve snacking until like after I've had an actual meal for like that third of the day. And in that process I just don't have any snacks anymore. So I think I'm just actually eating less, which is the opposite of what I was trying to do.
Stop snacking has really helped me lose a lot of weight. I love meal prep. I make meals for myself for the whole week. And
I do the same thing.
I just alternate between different ones, and it's usually it's pretty easy, and it's so much cheaper than eating out all the time.
Oh, 100%. Actually, that's something I need to do today at some point. Is go to the grocery store and figure out what I'm going to eat for the week.
I've calculated it, and it's like making a thing of chili for me is like I went through it and I tallied up the ingredients and how many servings, and I was like, okay, it's like $5 or $6 per serving, and it was so much better than, you know, going out and getting like a $20 burger and it's awful.
Yeah, I mean, like I'll just make like chicken and rice and then put it in a tortilla with other shit in like the most expensive one that I've managed to put together. And this was just like literally chicken and rice and then like 8 different things in packages that I just slap in there and microwave, and it's like upwards of $3 a burrito, and those things are like 800 calories. I packed those fuckers full.
I respect the chicken and rice grind. I try and have a little bit more variety.
That's just one of the things I do. One of the meals that I really like, I do these like a Creole pork chops. So I'll just get like bone-in pork chops with a fuck ton of Creole seasoning and do like a little like chicken broth gravy with a little bit of flour and stuff, and I'll make that with like broccoli and some other stuff, and then put those in like the little glass meal containers that I have, and those ones are good. The only problem is the first time I made them, I realized my pan wasn't big enough to cook all 4 of the pork chops at once.
Oh, yeah.
So I just kind of like stuck them in there anyways, folded on top of each other, and lo and behold, they didn't cook through. I noticed when I was halfway done eating one of them, and let's just say the following morning was incredibly unpleasant. So don't eat raw pork, kids.
I mean, that puts a damper on my evening plans, but yeah. No, so what I'm doing this week is beef barley stew, because like you get a couple pounds of like stew beef, right? You get some celery, some onions, some mushrooms, maybe some potatoes, and you brown the meat, you set it aside, and then you put in all the veggies, and you have like, you know, salt and pepper, and I like to put a little bit of paprika and red pepper flakes in there, and then you put in the beef broth, and you basically just like bring it to a boil, add some barley, add the beef back in, and you just let it sit for like an hour, and it makes, you know, like 6 or 7 servings, and it's just really good and reasonably healthy as long as you get a low sodium broth, because it's just, you know, vegetables and protein, and it's pretty cheap too. I said to a friend of mine the other day, because I was like, you know, I got to start cooking, and he was like, oh, what are you making? And I said, oh, I'm beef barley stew maxing, and he looked me dead in the eye and he said, you're not human. So I think he was just jealous.
That just sounds like a pretty normal stew recipe.
No, it was more the fact that I said beef barley stew maxing.
Oh, sure, okay.
I really like just saying random nonsense like that.
So does everybody else nowadays.
It's I'm not too familiar with youth slang. I don't stay tapped in, but I I enjoy some aspects of it when I can find it.
Yeah, some of them are better than others. Some of them are definitely better than others. I think Riz was probably the last like good one
I don't think
that
Riz
we've
was
had.
good.
Well, because I didn't like it until I found it was like actually like it was just short for charisma or legitimacy.
I think there's a different. I consider there to be a difference between Riz and charisma. Riz is more. Riz has more connotations of like you got game specifically, while charisma is just you're just a chill guy.
Yeah, it is like a little different, but it's I don't know. I think it's a useful word.
Yeah.
Word of the day. Speaking of words,
Word.
do you know what the word Gennet, Gennet?
I don't know what the
you wanna
word
guess what that
Gennet
means?
means.
Take a guess. Take a guess based on the how it sounds and the letters it's made of.
Gennet. For some reason, I'm getting visions of like a funnel, and that doesn't make any sense. But like a particular, like a mechanical thing.
I mean, this is topologically, this could be considered a funnel.
Shut up.
I mean, it definitely has it's got an in and an out.
I mean, so do human beings as well.
Yeah, exactly. And a jennet is a small Spanish horse.
It's got an in and out. Shut up.
the minute like pickup from your mic making the cube just jitter like crazy after I said that in silence was so perfect.
Yeah, that is what just happened. Thanks for thanks for referencing what just happened.
Oh my god.
What?
Jesus, my oil stocks are going crazy. Thank you, Russian oligarchs.
Yeah. I really want to get like a. I was looking into this because I saw this clip of some idiot streamers or whatever, but one of them had bought like an oil drum as like a prank gift, and I was like looking into that because I was like, how much would it cost for me to just buy like 55 gallons of crude oil and just like get them delivered to my house or to someone else's house, someone that I don't like maybe.
Crude oil is expensive.
I mean, it is 100%. But
I mean, I think I think you'd have an easier time like filling near well, honestly this isn't even like specific to us, but if you live near like
don't dox us.
Like a facility that does stuff with like carbonated drinks or like anything involving syrup, oftentimes they get it delivered in like those 55 gallon or 53 gallon drums of like the food safe plastic. And those are pretty good at storing things in general, and they're also pretty lightweight as far as 55 gallon drums go. And usually they don't like watch them, they just put them out back. You can take them. If somebody asks you questions, just say they sold them to you and then leave. So free 55 gallon food safe drums, right? So you can just get a couple of those. And epoxy, fill them with epoxy, but set it on like a setup. I'm thinking of like a little device, like a little system where you know how epoxy is like, it's like two things you mix together and then it hardens into epoxy. So you fill the barrel with the liquid epoxy, and then you have like the mixture thing in like a container on the top. Like attached to the underside of the lid of the barrel, so then when it's opened, it all falls out and hardens. And then suddenly they have a
you're casting fixed. You're casting an epoxy barrel.
Yeah, basically, I want it to be like permanently affixed to their front porch. Like there will be little holes in the bottom or something that the heat from the mixture will open up, and then it'll like epoxy it to their front porch.
Just like someone that you don't like?
Yeah, or honestly anybody, really.
I don't think that... I mean, I'm not sure it can store anything. I mean, you shouldn't store petrochemicals in like that sort of food-safe plastic, because it does...
Why not?
It's like when people were... I guess I'm not sure if it's the same type of plastic, but it's like when people were putting gasoline in grocery bags, and it was eating through it because it's not designed to hold that.
Well, honestly, maybe that's better. If we get it delivered to them quick enough and it eats through it, it'll like just reinforce
Just
the
have
epoxy
55
connection
gallons
to
of...
their porch.
I'm not sure if the
Like,
epoxy can hold it either. I'm not a chemist. I shouldn't pretend to be.
Yeah,
I
feel
got
like
my
this is
license
something we could
suspended last
figure
time I
out.
tried to do that and say it was, I know chemistry.
Mhm.
I
It's crazy how much trouble you can get in by lying about your credentials.
Tell me about it, man. I mean, that's basically what I've just been doing my whole life. Just go up and say, "Hey, you're supposed to be here," and it's like, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah, it works usually.
Yeah.
Most people that are in charge of telling whether or not you're supposed to be somewhere don't get paid enough to double check.
Like Santa
So,
Claus.
yeah. Wait, what?
So we're coming to the end of the podcast today, and as always, we have to have our famous ending bit. You know what that is, Cylinder?
What is it, Cube?
I don't know. I was asking you.
Ah, fuck. Well, let's see. What did we go over today? We talked about a Russian oligarch, which is
We can.
you'll see us again.
I know what her bit is. I know what her bit is.
Yeah?
Milk
What is
inside
it?
a bag of milk inside a bag of milk.
We're back. We're back to this.
We're back to this. We're back to the pre-gaming that we had.
Okay. Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna end it with what we're gonna talk about after the oligarch next time.
No, this is our famous segment where we go over. You know this. We've done 12 episodes of this. We talk about our famous our bad games on Steam. So from the list of or bad or not very well known or just like funny, interesting games that make for good content. So,
Sure.
As you all know, last time we talked about DMC Devil May Cry, which is a very popular one, and this time,
I like that game.
And this time we're talking about Milk Inside a Bag of Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, which I've played for 15 minutes. Last played on December 30th, 2024. This game, do you know what this game is?
I think it's something to do with horror.
This game is developed by one Nikita Kryukyov. Nikita.
Probably another
Kryukov.
Russian oligarch.
Yeah, and published by Nikita Igorovich Studio. It is like 20 minutes long. It's 99 cents. Or no, it's $1.
It's like a slightly over $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably like
the
a
soundtrack
billion
is
rupees.
$1. And it is a very interesting depiction of... I mean, first of all, shout out to mental illness, right? It's you have to guide a small person, perhaps a child, who's going to get a bag of milk in their hometown, and it's very interesting because it's quite a visual novel, not quite an adventure game, just sort of like a point and click thing, where you have dialogue with this person who is deeply psychologically unwell. And yeah, you get to really get the experience of what it's like to live in Russia, presumably, where this person's from. It's very interesting for only $1.49, and I would recommend that you get it. The Steam community page just has pixel art of Breaking Bad characters for some reason. So this is something.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, you should play it.
Maybe no. No, I don't think I will.
What a great ending to our wonderful lucky number 13 episode of our podcast. Next time, as a little preview,
Watermark in the corner.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's a real photo of Tobey Maguire on the set of Dragon Ball Z Evolution before he was...
I think you mean it's a real photo of Goku on the set of Spider-Man.
This is a bad
Stupid.
bit. This is a bad bit. This is an awful bit, man. All right. Have a good one, folks. Stay safe. Drive safe. like and subscribe, and make sure to join us on our Patreon, patreon.com/Neo-Isomorphism podcast for exclusive behind-the-scenes content, one-on-one time with us. We'll come to your house. We'll be your bridesmaids for your wedding. Yeah, and do you have anything else to add?
I'm trying to figure out how to spell cylinder.
Great. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Oh, I figured it out. Okay. Yeah. See you next week.
Bye bye.